Hello, everyone. We're here. Couple of seconds late. Sorry, we were fiddling with cameras. We've changed things a little bit with the lighting. So who we got? Captain. Who can I see so far? Captain Rex Archnin. Hello, my beautiful. Oh. Okay, she was calling you all beautiful men, by the way. Moi mensen.
Yeah. I read
Did
that
you read
yesterday.
that?
Yeah.
Did you read that?
Yeah.
You understood that?
I was studying.
He's
basic
becoming
Dutch phrases.
bi-Dutch lingual, and the Dutch are turning into the English at the moment because currently the Dutch are rioting and setting Holland on fire because the Dutch clearly don't like their independence taken away as much as if they tried to impose a curfew in England.
Mm-hmm.
It's the truth. Mark Fairbrother, Richie C, King Kev. Hello, brother. How are you? Have I missed anyone? Who have I missed? Kay, hello, bro. Hi, good evening, everyone. Welcome. Mr. Fairbrother. Archnin.
Yeah, wicked.
There was Archnin because you got the chat thing. Click on the chat
yeah.
thing so I could just shout for anyone that hasn't even said hello. Bibby Thumps, Big Cortana. I'm going to just shout out people. Violet's TV. Hi, welcome. Right, so it's Monday night. I have been in here.
Me.
What's that?
Mr. Stander.
Oh, Kev, you need to get out in the cold, man. To get some, I don't know, bro.
I was rolling around in the snow.
Yeah, we had the so good. I don't know if there's. I'm sure there's a few of you watching that don't live in England. Okay, and obviously England's quite a big country. And, you know, the UK is comprised of various countries. And yesterday, a couple of those countries got smashed by the snow. And especially where I live, in the Midlands, it kind of did this big curl on England and then just parked on the Midlands. And it snowed from about 10:30 in the morning till 9 o'clock at night. It did not stop. And Alex is 25 years old and he's never seen snow like that before. So when he came back from work, me and Scarlett were outside, hidden behind my Jeep, with like 1 million pre-made snowballs. And Alex, because he's only ever been equipped for city life, right? He got a wake up call to the scary reality of living in the country, and that it doesn't matter what brand is on your trainers. Trainers are not good in the snow. As he found as he was rolling every time he thinks he's a ninja. He thinks he's a park ninja because they have those in the cities, right? They have these gangs of roaming park ninjas. But Alex is not used to the fact that those park ninjas have never seen snow, not real snow. They might have seen another sort of snow, but not the snow that comes from the sky. So yeah, it was so funny watching him rolling around in the front of the house. And the dogs go mental. It was really good. So what are they saying? Will you stop drawing straight away and like communicate with your people?
Yeah, I'm there.
Sorry, Nannybot is like, I think he's, time of the month or something. Where are we? Well, snow. Say, what's that? I say that on a miserable day here. No snow though, just windy rain. Archnin, you ain't. Honestly, bro, like I live in the Midlands and it snows every year pretty much, but this was like a once in a 10-year snowfall. It was wicked. It was really, really good. But here this week it's been utterly freezing since the snow last week. To my shame, I was able to get to my car and dry off the drive, and I couldn't get all my stuff to work. I had to take the day off. Oh, dude, don't worry about that. Like, some of us are blessed with vehicles made to go in snow, and other people that don't have those vehicles, you should all stay at home. Honestly, it's properly dangerous. I had the worst car crash ever that changed my whole life because of the snow, so don't underestimate it. My bit of Yorkshire is no snow. Really, the Midlands are always a week behind the North. I like that. All of Alex's sharply tuned urban survival skills, unsuitable for winter combat. Totally unsuitable for winter combat. I have to buy him wellies. I have this pair of wellies that are like a Bugatti. They're the best wellies, and they're not like hunters that cost me a fortune, but they're like shoes that give your feet a cuddle. Doesn't matter what the weather's like. and Alex needs some of those because he's still on the, I can't wear wellies. What are you talking about? Someone might see me wearing wellies. And I'm like, everyone's got wellies here, Alex. It's the thing. Still nothing like when I was a kid. Yeah, but you know, it's the most snow in 9 years at least. Do you remember that big one we had, Kev, where we had the snow drifts? That's what I'm referring to. It was like that in the village anyway. It was at least 25 centimetres deep at its height. Yeah, he's too cool for wellies, man. He's an IG droid, right? He's way too cool for wellies. So, but anyway, that I think it's been really like a highlight because lockdown has been,
Trash.
yeah, a money fudger. That's what it's been. And it's been hard and it's been long and there don't really seem to be any end in the sight of it. So having that bit of snow and just having that interaction with Alex and Scarlett and the dogs and whatever, even if it was just looking at it snowing, it was something. You know, because you look out your windows over this past year and you just look out and you like go, there's nothing, like the world stopped, right? But they couldn't stop the snow, so it was very cool. And waking up to primary school on top of 6 foot snowdrifts. Yeah, as you know, I'm a London boy too. The winter, I've been wearing a pair of lightsaber themed Star Wars Adidas, and they're genuinely the warmest and grippiest shoes I've ever
There you
had.
go, Kay's backing me up. Those are trainers.
Yeah, no way, man, no way, no way. You need like proper grr. You need like man's boots. Even if you're not a man, you need them boots. That if you wore those boots in any other weather, they slow you down because they have such traction. Yeah. They're bordering on making you into Spider-Man, right? Do you know the sort of boots, right? I know they're the boots, right? Anyway, enough talk of clearly Hoff edition trainers, baseball boots, man. Designed for those skinny, slippery fours. No, don't, man. Don't.
I was tempted to go and put my AstroTurf boots on to try and get some traction in the snow.
We should buy you a pair of like crampons or something. Leo's trainers would have saved that, would have lights installed in them. Right, so let's go split and I'll show you what I'm painting. Because it's Monday and I'm painting. And I have got a project coming up as well. I've started sticking together the clone bark speeder thing, right? And I'm probably going to start that either Friday or Saturday this week, depending on which night we stream. And that's all due to Nanny Bot's commitments. But that bark speeder, I was going to go like and do like a real vehicle one because it's quite big. I was going to do salt chipping and that sort of weathering on it. Go really mad on it and then give it away next month. So kind of come back for that. Be prepared for that. So I'm going to move this camera a little bit just because we did have a move of everything about. Okay, so we're back. Okay, I don't know if those I've got Grogu Superstar as well. Oh, you were talking about trainers. I've got one pair of trainers. So this is what I'm painting tonight. I'm back on the old Marvel United. I really like these figures, and like I've got some work on my bench that I'm doing for customers, and unfortunately, when you're like an artist like me, sometimes you do have to do jobs that, yeah, they're all right, but they don't really float your boat. So this was something that, as a kind of, they've been sat on the side, I've got a few of these to do, and when I feel myself getting a little bit low, like inspiration wise or creativity, I go back to things like this because I really want to paint these. Okay, and so it's always important to keep those creative juices. Don't like burn yourself out if you don't feel a project. Sometimes it's good to have a little couple of things on the side. So this is, I've started to put some base colours on. This is clearly the Wasp, right? And she goes with Ant-Man. And they're tiny because he's stood on like $1 coin. Is it $1 coin? I don't know, but it's definitely a coin. So it's a United States coin, and she is flying next to a D6 dice. So you know, like the backstory of these guys. But I really want to paint her. It's gonna be, I'm gonna be doing yellow, black, this kind of like bluey grey, of course, because I need wolf grey, and same with the wings. And then I want to paint like a yellow glaze over the eyes, like as if you can just, she's got like a clear glass. I'm still not sure what to do with that yet. So I've painted it the flesh colour because I was going to actually paint cartoon eyes and then do some shading and then maybe glaze it with some clear yellow and see what happens. That'll be cool. And if it goes wrong, I'll just completely repaint the visor and she lose her eyes and we change it. Alex is going, yeah, because that sounds like it's going to go wrong. That'll be a quarter that he stood on, I imagine, as it's the most common US coin. Yeah, you know what? There's no actual, like you can see, there's no, it doesn't, you guys know the coins. There's like a big eagle on one side, United States of America.
And then it says quarter at the bottom.
Oh, it does. No, but
$quarter. Yeah, QU.
Yeah, it's got QU, but then there's an AR there, $quarter. Ah,
yeah.
Right, okay, $quarter. That's what it says.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll do him another night. I've still got a few to do. Who have I got left? I got these two on the good guys. I got Black Widow and Ant-Man, and then I've got all three of the baddies. If you remember, I got the Skull, Red Skull. He's a bloody one of my favourites. Ultron would be really easy to paint, and I don't know who that is. Alex?
Yep, dealing with it.
Who is it?
What? That's Taskmaster.
Taskmaster. Alex is getting rid of... Thank you, Kate. Okay, cool. Alex is getting rid of whoever that is in the chat. Did you bring me in those glasses? You did, didn't you?
Yeah.
Where are they?
Just there on the thing.
This one. This set. Nice.
If not, it's the other
Yeah,
set.
no, 2.5, so I can see what I'm doing. There's not anything like Greg Davies, though. Rubbish skull. Yeah. So I am just going to carry on just quickly with putting a couple more base coats on. Just on this bit of the wing and a couple of little bits of strap. And then I'm going to get on with kind of lifting it and doing stuff. I don't know whether I'll start with a face or not. So, yeah. What would you recommend as a base colour for orange? Going to paint some of Ahsoka's clones with orange faces. So I would definitely be using one of the Games Workshop oranges, I've got to be honest. I've been using tonight Troll Slayer. It's really rich, strong orange, Captain. And then all you need to do is just put a touch of yellow with it if you want to do the highlight on it. But even that as a like a, this is Troll Slayer in yellow, so this is even stronger. Really, they do make good oranges. This is an air paint, but like they're actual, like I've got some Fire Dragon Bright. That's a highlight colour, for example. You go Troll Slayer, Fire Dragon Bright as a mix, which would be enough, right? Because you don't want to go to yellow, but they've got great pigment. So 2 of 4 standers got jabbed today. No idea when, Jude, and I will get done though. Oh well, good on ya. More the merrier. My mum and dad got done. My mum's so cool. So my dad got called because he's like, my dad's really ill. But my mum's not particularly clever either. But my mum got called and she went to the doctors, and she was like, "What? I'm caring for my husband." And like, I'm caring for my mother. You need to sort. And she did. She got in. And so like, it's like a week and a half now she's been done. So very happy, but very happy there. Right. So let me get some blue colour. So electric blue and wolf grey 50-50. Jacaro orange is a great base colour for orange. There you go. Have I got some Jacaro?
If you don't, I do.
I'm sure I did have somewhere, you know. I'm sure I've got it somewhere.
Yeah.
I might be using it and I've got it. I'm in a bit of a mess, to be honest. I'm in a painter mess. And a bit of my wolf grey. So, how are you all keeping? What you all been up to? I know probably not much, but you know what I mean. And I will be ordering Ragnar, by the way. So those of you that enjoyed the 40k, the Games Workshop-y stuff, you'll hopefully be enjoying me painting that sort of subject matter again.
Painting Blood Bowl players, Mark Fairbrother says.
Oh, nice. Have you been playing Blood Bowl, Mark? We've been playing Blood Bowl. Blood Bowl's been our game of choice over lockdown.
I've been painting up some of my converted Marines. I'm even happy with 1 or 2 of them cases.
Okay. You know you can always chuck our picture, bro.
Yep. Mr. Stander says doing some more here after stream tonight, so I think he's talking about Blood Bowl as well. Mark says not yet, getting everything painted first. Kev's painting Blood Bowl. Kev.
Is he painting dwarves?
Yeah.
He's not welcome.
That's it. That's what I was thinking. Well, that's a shame.
That was the.
So we're looking for a.
All you got to find is somewhere to play Blood Bowl now, Kev.
Yeah. Damn. Archington says finally getting the new painting desk set up. Should have some stuff on the desk next week.
Yeah.
Finally.
Archington's got some skills as well, you know.
Yeah.
It'd be nice to see.
Definitely. And also he's moved into a new house, so we can look at his fancy painting setup. Judge him.
So this like blue, I'm going to highlight obviously, and I'm going to do some. As you've seen with the other ones, I've been doing some kind of comic book. I'm playing with these, right? I'm drawing. I'm having fun, but these colours are going to work really well together.
Regular size picture. How does he do it?
Who is that? Paul's.
Kay.
Okay, Kay just sends you a normal size file.
Yeah. Just like I haven't had to change the size on it at all. It's perfect for the stream. There you go. It's I believe that's a Salamander's Chaplain I'm going for.
It's a what?
Salamander's Chaplain. You know, Space Marines Salamander's Chaplain.
Are they not meant to be green? Oh, because it's a chaplain, it's a black.
Yeah,
right.
yeah, they wear black armour, don't they? Like the librarians in their blue armour.
Okay.
Very cool.
Yeah, very cool. It's like kind of my kryptonite, those salamanders. With the green.
Yeah. Fire spray finished and varnished. Started on a box of clones. Been watching your tutorials on painting them.
Who's that?
Captain Rex.
Nice. You know, funny Captain Rex, I'm going to do another... I just said at the start, I'm sure you heard me, but I'm going to do the Bark Speeder. So there's 2 clones on that, which will be going through that again. There's so many ways to paint white, and there's so many ways I've seen different people pull off the clones. I don't think any of them are particularly like that's better than that. They're just all slightly different. Yeah. And the blue white that I do, I don't know. It's a lot of work. I'm not going to lie.
It's lots of grey whites is what I'm seeing. You know, starting all the way down.
Yeah.
And working up, but obviously that's 30 layers of paint. So this is Mark Fairbrothers, Imperial Nobility Blood Bowl player.
Oh, nice.
Very cool.
Very cool. Very nice, Mark.
Okay. We'll get that Blood Bowl box soon.
What, the new set?
Yeah.
Yeah, I wanna do those
Black Hawks.
that Black Hawk team.
Yeah, and the goblins that come with it are wicked. I will get back into Blood Bowl, but I suspect the rise in blood pressure from rolling skulls into skulls would make my head pop off.
Who's that?
Okay. Are you planning on throwing the clones in the wet palette as well? Mr. Stander says.
What?
Are you planning on throwing the clones into the wet palette as well?
I don't understand the question.
No, neither do I.
I'm sorry, Paul. I don't understand what you mean, mate.
Maybe he's asking if a wet palette is better for painting white than just a dry palette.
No, it kind of do it differently than that. I mean, it's such an easy colour to work with. Like the mixes between those, I can kind of live with.
Mark Fairbrother says, thanks, man. Goes to show what decent brushes can do. The captain dropped his fire spray into his wet palette. Oh, right, okay.
Okay.
He's cracking the joke.
Ooh, it's a bit too soon though. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
The captain's probably still getting over that. And he's not had a good day because he couldn't go to work. So it's only because they live so far apart. Stander feels safe, you see.
Yeah.
He's like a keyboard warrior, but just on stream.
Streamboard
warrior. See, I made that word up. I smashed them together, Al.
Yeah, very nice.
It was good, wasn't it?
Rasta, if you wanted to paint this black and send them to me, it would save me.
If I wanted to paint what black?
If you wanted to paint this black and send them to me, it would save me all my current efforts. Black Orcs. Black Orcs. He's offering to let you paint his Black Orcs. Is what he's saying.
Oh, that's so kind of you. But I can't accept an offer like that. That's just too generous. Do you know what I mean? I'm not a taker.
Well, I don't know, unless he, doesn't return them until he makes a generous donation, right?
I forgot to do some orange on her arms. So I need to mix some. So yeah, the base colour I'm doing for this yellow, because I want to go right up to like yellowy white, is Troll Slayer and Flash Gitz yellow mixed together. I'm sure there's probably an exact colour of this somewhere, but this is it's just what I've made.
I found that before. I spent ages mixing some pots of this turquoise that I was going to use. And then I realised there was just a turquoise paint that was exactly the same colour. Completely wasted. Tavern Wars says greetings.
Greetings, Mr. Wars. How is life for you guys in the new US of A? Is it calmed down a little bit? I hope so. It's that can only be done in the middle of the night building project again, Alex.
Yeah, I know. Just go outside. I'm pretty sure he does it just to get away from her. He just goes outside and just hammers a
bangs wood.
Yeah.
Just bangs on wood.
Calming down slightly. What had there been excitement? Tavern Wars says. Mark Fairbrother says mittens everywhere. It's calmed down a little, but the undercurrent is still there. Just hoping that the massive divide can be bridged. The impeachment will be the telling point.
It's not been good. Whoa, what's happened? Tell me.
Captain Rex says that'll depend on Moscow and Mitch, surely.
That'll depend on what?
Moscow and Mitch.
Oh my god. Alright, okay everyone. Okay, I was just like asking if they were okay. I don't know about all that stuff.
For the sake of the future, I hope that they find him guilty and bar him from ever standing for office again. Dangerous man. And no more politics.
No more politics. Let's talk about Star Wars or Lego.
If you want to talk politics, let's talk Senate.
Let's talk the Senate.
Yeah.
Let's talk the trade route agreement. Yeah,
Exactly.
The trade route disputes, because there's clearly been a trade federation incursion onto Utapau that needs to be dealt with. And what about the Wookiees?
The blockade must be.
What about the Wookiees?
I did expect Kev to rise up and go, yeah, then what about...
Yeah, what about our Wookiees? Okay.
It's treason then.
No, I wanted to do a little bit of that blue there. Paul, 609 days to go. Fair, Paul. Change subject. I like it. There's 609 days to go till you beautiful people in America get the all new terrible prospect of Paul Spurgeon being in you. Archnin, he's definitely visiting because he knows you're near Disney. So you're in trouble, man. You're in big trouble. Not saying he overstays his welcome, but he once come for a 2-day tournament in Loughborough and stayed for a year. So just be prepared, man. Be prepared.
COVID dependent, Mark Fairbrother says. Martin says, I know he's going to Florida. Glad I'm on the opposite coast.
Oh, is he on the opposite coast? All right. All right, it's good. This is good. See those little where I'm going to put those blues? They're going to make everything work. And I want to put a little bit of red as well. Just a little bit. Where's my red gone? What colour is that? Oh, that's brown. There it is. Right there. Sorry, it's like the blind leading the blind, isn't it?
Mark Fairbrother says Archie and he'll still pop round for a cup of tea if it's on the opposite coast.
Hey, what's a flight amongst friends?
Yeah, exactly. Might switch with Disney. Just for you watching it, right? Okay, fair. Tavern Wars. We can't make tea here in the USA. Never figured it out yet. That's true. The problem is your milk's trash.
Yeah, your milk is
your
trash.
Tea is trash. Yeah, nobody likes your HT milk. Why is their milk so trash?
It's like their sliced bread. It's not, I don't know what that is, man. It ain't made of flour.
Ain't bread.
It ain't. I'm sorry, I love you guys, but you do have some trash food.
I have Old Yorkshire tea and they use real milk, Archnan says. Do you have to fly all of that in specially to have a cup of tea? The only milk I could tolerate there was some like vanilla creamer thing.
Don't do milk at the best of times. See, but I don't think you need to have milk in tea. I've got to be honest.
I quite like milk in tea.
It's all about the black tea for me.
No, see, I can drink black tea when we run out of milk. Like, I'm not phased by it, but...
I'm not phased by it. I love that. I'll survive. I'll be alright.
We're good at hash browns. Tavern War says. I found a local Indian/British store that does the stuff I need. Cool. Mr. Stander, sorry, Captain. Already have enough there. Alex showing the photo. Oh no. What's his photo gonna be?
The dread in your voice.
Okay, yeah, I know what this is. Oh, that's a regular size photo. Cool,
Right.
This was the photo that Mr. Stander
Oh, okay. I'm just going to start with these wings at the back. So I've got some electric blue and I actually want some magic blue. So electric blue, magic blue. I should maybe put my little bit of thing on screen so you can see what I'm doing. Just my messy palette. Okay, so great.
Oh, you know, Tavern Wars, do you find the overwhelming urge to throw it in the nearest bay?
What's this?
Yeah, we actually get see having training in grade school. Oh my god! Wow, in grade school they teach them how to have tea. So why do so many of them fail it? I don't. As I'm only a legal alien here. I'm actually from Luton. Yeah, originally from Luton. Because yeah, talking about dumping all the tea in the bay, which was just unpatriotic.
So I'm using this blue, bit of a like kind of mix of the two, but a bit more of the darker blue, with some water, and I'm making this very thin, like paint, keeping it darker, obviously, towards the base of the wing, but just creating this nice tone into this blue, this lighter blue. You get it. You know what I'm doing. I'm making it look pretty now.
Tea having as in Boston Tea Party. Same as Lorraine Chase then Archnin. Who is Lorraine Chase?
Archnin, thank you, bro.
Do you know who Lorraine Chase is?
It rings a bell.
No, I don't. But I guess she's from Luton and moved to America.
It does ring a bell. What was that comment?
That was Mr. Standerson and Lorraine Read the rain chase.
Oh.
Yeah. Arshan says I was wondering who that was as well. I see the face, and I now know who she is.
She like a
Campari advert. Remember the live at Luton Airport? What?
the Campari advert.
What was Campari?
It was an with what was his name?
Okay, Campari is some kind of weird drink.
Everything's weird if you've not had it, Alex.
An infusion of bitter herbs. You lost me.
You have Campari and lemonade or Campari and soda.
Perfect combination is Campari, gin and tonic water, and a garnish lime. Wow. Alright, okay, and what's the rain chase about? No, I've got no idea who she is.
Oh Jesus! She was on Crossroads as well. I know exactly who you're talking about now.
She's from Deptford.
Yeah, she had a right Cockney accent. Leonard Rossiter.
Who's that?
That's his name. Thank you.
Is a drink from a more civilized age.
It
That's
is.
what they said about Advocat. Campari is for mixing in cocktails.
Just as I go over, it's it gets stronger and deeper, the blues, right down the bottom, with this kind of like glaze. You get this really nice fading colour. You can see what's going on, right? It's alive! So similar principle to like using an ink or a wash controlled, but because you're using actual paint, you get to just work slightly differently. You're laying like glazes of colour, and I will go just a touch bluer.
Glazed nuts.
Glazed nuts. So like as a liner colour. It's really thin as well. A lot of people often using your paints way too thick. Although saying that, this model lends itself to this sort of thing.
It's a different type of streaming.
Hmm?
It's a different type of streaming. The thinking of Captain.
What did I miss? What did I
I
miss?
think that's Mr. Stander making a joke. Because Captain Rex said glazed nuts.
Okay. Don't need to go any deeper than that. So now going the opposite way. So there's wolf grey and that. So this is wolf grey and this is the base colour that I painted, just a little bit more wolf grey added in.
What colour are you going to paint the dice?
Red.
You're gonna
Bright
do
red.
With like clear, so looks like a fancy dice.
Oh, I could do. But, you know,
I can almost see through dice.
wouldn't it be better that it was just good old fashioned red dice?
You're the artist, right?
I know, but you know when you know, you've got to know when to stop. Otherwise, things take 67 million hours. Do you know what I mean, Alex?
I do know what you mean.
Okay. So while I'm at it, I'm just going to catch a few of these bits with this lighter colour. You know, some highlights. Start building up some light. Remember, I am as well painting this a little bit like I've done with all of them, a little bit more like a comic book. So I'm painting it to suit the piece, because it isn't hyper realistic, because it's not sculpted to look hyper realistic.
It's designed to be cartoon.
So paint it cartoony and bright,
yeah,
and it will look better. Okay, so add in some more wolf grey.
Sorry, Rasta is lecturing on stopping and not spending 3 months doing one figure.
Yeah, no,
Where
but
is George?
like,
This is imposter on the screen.
there's time and place for spending 3 months on a thing. It just doesn't have to be everything. So with this lighter one on these wings, I'm kind of doing this little swirly action, right, to kind of soften that paint in, and it also gives this nice little billowy effect to the bottom of the wing. Okay, kind of see that on the edge. So stuff like that when you paint, yeah, that's that's Terminator. What are you saying, you gorgeous man? Where you been? Happy New Year. Because I know you weren't here the last show, because we've just come back, really. Done 2, haven't we?
Mm-hmm.
This is number 3. So you've got to keep this paint going though. Keep it wet.
She says hi to you, Terminator. Young George and Alex, Happy New Year to you guys too. Seems like an age since I saw your last stream.
Oh, dude, we were away for nearly a month. In all honesty, for at least 3-4 weeks we were away.
You know what it sounds like? A reminder to put the bins up.
Yeah, we really can't forget again.
Yeah.
It's been too many weeks now.
Yeah.
That bin must weigh 100 kilos.
Is it black bin?
Yeah,
Perfect.
thank God.
Good.
That's the one we really need.
Missed you guys. Well, whoever it says. Not really fond of wasps. Had an invasion of them in my house last summer. But I really do like this one. B says. An invasion of wasps. Damn.
Had a whole wasps like house in the kitchen ceiling once. Do you know that, Alex?
What, you had a wasp nest in the kitchen ceiling?
Yeah, they got in from outside. They found a little hole in the brick.
What kitchen ceiling?
Like my kitchen ceiling in the void.
Oh, damn.
In that tiny little gap.
Yeah. Whoa.
Yeah.
How did you get them?
Well, because I had to get a pest control guy around.
Oh, right, okay, cool.
Because they were like, there was millions of them, dude.
Yeah. Did you not, like, go up there?
Got to
offer
try
out-
punching them.
No, offer out the queen.
I
and be
punched
like, right,
3
yeah.
of them. Right.
You remember that one I slapped on the first day I was here? He learned his lesson.
Yeah, like I said, I punched 3.
Yeah.
But then when his 700 mates turned up, I felt a bit like, what have I done here? I maybe should have thought about talking.
So then you phoned a private military contractor to come and destroy them.
Yeah, to use chemical weapons.
Yeah.
To absolutely do that. Okay, so I'm going up to neat wolf grey. Just drying out a bit. So just making sure it's wet again. I am going to go up to white as well. I'm going to use some white. So let's get some out. Oh yeah, she did. She killed one and they all come to the funeral. She did. There was like a lot of them. They were getting in from somewhere outside.
Well, I'm pretty sure wasps are one of those animals that give off like the death sense, so when one of them dies, it triggers.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you're right.
Yeah. And then like crabs, when they die, they poison all the other crabs. You watched Dead Day's Catch, right?
I do. I did. I have.
That was pretty good show. Not as good as Wicked Tuna, but pretty good.
I always found Deadliest Catch a bit boring, to be honest. It was
Really?
alright, but like, yeah, compared to Wicked Tuna
Yeah,
or
well,
something
that's
like
what I'm
that,
saying,
it
Wicked
was just
Tuna
them
was
pulling up
good.
pots.
Yeah.
Like, they weren't actually catching fish, so I didn't find it that exciting, I've got to be honest, Alexander.
I just enjoyed all the people like flying all over the place in the storms. But it was quite fun.
So I'm pretty much just catching the edge with this colour. refreshment. Ulfric, thank you, mate. So it's just put in like a little cartoony light spec. I suppose I better do those on the back now as well. Damn. What?
When you're like, yeah, you don't want to take things too far, and then all of a sudden it's like just and a couple of little spots there, and then maybe a couple of little spots there, and maybe a couple of spots there too. Oh, he's not drilling his piece of wood.
So we've gone from hammering to drilling. As it gets later, the calibre of the power tool that my neighbour pulls out steps up. When we get to about 11 o'clock, the generator starts.
And then they just start screaming at each other.
Yeah.
Damn. Like, I've been watching, obviously, this serial killer program. And sometimes I can't decide whether somebody else is getting murdered in the program or whether it's just next door going out here again.
Okay.
Oh, okay, here's a joke. A skeleton walks into a bar and asks for a pint and a mop. Well,
Pint and a what?
mop.
Okay. And the final bit will be just a little bit of white. Pretty neat. Just on like kind of like the corners. I like that I've got Richie's picture at the top of my screen. It's really comforting.
Does it like egg you on every time you look at the top of your
I've only just noticed it. When's that started happening? Where they get little pictures now.
He's stream boss, and that's his.
That's almost.
That's his account avatar.
That should be like. Yeah, that's it.
So if we were stream
Has that
boss,
always happened?
Yeah, a Weekend Warlords logo. It's just not that many people who get to stream boss have like actual pictures of them.
Alright, okay.
But Rich is a cool guy, so here's a picture of him.
Alright, calm down with your bromance. Okay. Was I all up here painting then?
Well,
Are you been watching? Am I in the middle, Alex?
No, now you're not. Yeah.
What was I?
Yeah, you've been painting in the middle.
Okay, alright. I don't know, because for a minute there I felt like I was over here somewhere.
Yeah, no, I think you're just.
Alright, so.
Slightly. Yeah.
That's pretty much what I want to do with the blue. Let's. Let's just a touch more of that.
Yeah, you were always in the middle.
Okay, good. So I just can't. Like, I don't know. Let me. I just want to just a couple little bits on this blue. Okay, happy with that. Where are we time-wise?
2 minutes to 8.
Okay, so it's probably not getting finished in this show.
Oh, there's a
What? Seriously, Bruce? Are you cruising for a bruising or something? So, I think I'm going to do the yellow next, maybe. So, yes, this was like my start colour. I'm going to mix from Fire Dragon Bright, because this is not an air paint, so it's a little bit more opaque, but I've still got this. This is Flash Gits Yellow. And now I'm going to go in quite heavily with this, because I did paint it very orange, and I do want this to be yellow. I don't want it to be orange. But it's going to be like the main colour, so I also don't want to rush and just do like one single colour like jump. I want to do a few in this. It's going to need it. It's going to be like 4 or 5 different layers, all the way up to like a yellowy white. So generally I'm going to just be going over most of this now, but leaving some oranges in some bits. So now, like, as I'm laying it down, I'm going to think about where I want to leave some of those darker colours as well.
Mr. Stander says, mixing paint with the broken toad. Do you want to fess up to Dalton?
Oh, listen, I ain't got time to get another brush out. It's the brush I'm using to paint.
Oh, so what do you think your man cave's made of? Brushes?
Yeah. This is my legit only working Broken Toad as well, and I had a full set, but I just caned them. I used them so much.
You got to get some brush soap.
Who said that?
Actually,
Okay, dude, I'll give it a go. So you can see what I'm doing, right? Where I'm leaving some of that orange more than in other places. And as we progress through the build into the yellow, that will just, you go less and less and less, and it becomes more and more defined. It's a pretty colour, the yellow, this like orangey yellow against this blue.
really nice colour.
Damn, they're proper going for it. I don't know how much of the mic you guys can hear, but they have gone from some mild building work to, you know,
Building a temple in
it's
Black
building
London.
the new Avengers Tower.
The worst thing is, I don't even know why they're building, because, like, the fish pond's dead. So, once you failed that, why don't you just give up?
They never give up.
The fish pond probably failed because they were building it only when it was dark for some reason.
No, you're not. Well, they're going mad. Bang, bang, bang. Right now they're hammering, and at least the power tools have been switched off for a minute.
I need to get a second set. Another 5-0. Seem to be using almost nothing except that thing.
Another 5-0. What is this? Not been used much, eh? No idea. What size is this? Great, I've got paint over that bit. I don't know what that is. This was a good size. Yeah, not got that was my I like this size, but this is not happy anymore. She's not a happy brush. This holds a better point for me at the moment, and I do like a little bit of a bigger brush. I have to be honest, I always have liked a bigger brush than most people do, because I like the way it holds paint, I like the way it feeds, and if you're using your brush correctly, it being slightly bigger shouldn't actually be a problem. It's often the opposite when your brush is too small and you have to keep going and loading it with paint.
5-0 last resort is a 3-0. Still getting technical brush sizes.
Yeah, I'm not sure what sizes they are because I've worn all mine off. Tavern Wars, love you, bro. Thank you very much. So if you noticed with these as well, I haven't like really washed, or a lot of you when you've been painting, maybe like you started with Warhammer or whatever, there was kind of that. You'd put a base colour, you'd wash, you'd ink it, then you do some edge highlighting and that.
Mm-hmm.
I've not done any of the knocking back with the inks because, like I said, we're drawing slightly different paint style. So you're starting with your darkest tone. See the way the orange and the yellow, and it just get a little, and then we'll start to lighten and then leave the darker underneath.
I have a bunch of new brushes to get to using soon. Looking forward to using the Broken Toad and Boomwix the most.
Who's that? Captain?
That's Archman.
Yeah, the toad, like I've done my toads, or I've done a couple of them, because I paint incessantly, right? I do a lot of miles on my brushes, if you know what I'm saying. I ain't your 10,000 miles a year guy. I'm like a 60,000 mile a year rep on my brushes. So I can only shout the best of reviews for Broken Toad. For the time I used it, when it was they've just been amazing. They're amazing brushes. And they were definitely put onto me by Lee. Lee was the one that got me onto Broken Toad, and they are phenomenal. Nice hand feel, they hold their point, they feed, they don't split. Just great, really great. So I like as we're stepping up into this gold, really rich yellow.
I seem to be favouring a smaller brush, and there's a lot of small detail on the Blood Bowl sculpts, which I couldn't imagine being able to do well with a 3.0. Read some good things about Da Vinci brushes, but I'm loving my Broken Toads as Captain Rex. Having gone from GW brushes to Broken Toads, I cannot understand why I didn't invest earlier, like Fairbrother says.
So, like, the problem is, Mark, I don't think you should feel bad about that. I think most people have been in exactly the same boat, is because GW have the high street presence. It was just easy. You get the brushes, you get the paint. They had it, and nowhere else really had comparable brush sets. Even if you went to art shops were generally tooled around, watercolor and oil brushes for painting canvases, not for painting miniatures. So they were a specialist market. So most people started with Games Workshop. They get on with them, they learn how to live with them, and that's what they stay with.
Yeah.
And then brushes can be prohibitively expensive to just have a test. Oh, I'd like to try those, but they're like £9 each, or you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. That's why the recommendations.
The thing is, it's like,
great brush.
it's a bit like the struggle of, the paid work for what I do. If what I painted they were just big, it'd be worth more money. It's the same as people kind of and ah about spending money on good brushes because kind of weirdly because they're just small. Mm-hmm. If you were buying a drill,
yeah,
you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You'd be like, oh yeah, expect to pay £100.
Yeah.
But because you're just buying a tiny brush, or if you were buying a brush to paint your ass, you'd be alright with paying 9, 10, 15 quid.
Yeah.
Because you're buying this tiny thing.
You're a bit like,
yeah, it's this. Yeah, I don't know, weirdly psychological.
It's all Lee's fault. I've had toads as well. The bomb wicks are from the same people that make the new paints that I picked up, so I wanted to try the paint and brush together. That makes sense. Sticking with the set. Mark, when I switched, it made me feel as if I'd been painting with the equivalent of a 6-inch roller.
It was so hindered. I can understand that completely.
Agree. Only using my old GW brushes for basing and mixing. Well, that's all I ever painted with was the GW brushes, and then I got those Kolinsky Sable ones from Lee that were alright.
Yeah, I mean the Kolinsky Sable that Lee does, they're here. These ones.
Yeah, I got some of them as well, the black ones.
They're a great brush.
Yeah.
You'll get the odd one that isn't great, just because they're made to a price point, but they are great. And yeah, working up, as you see, I'm just adding more yellow. And I'm going to be leaving a lot more of the previous colour now than I did just a minute ago. But we do need to get this more yellow than it is at the moment.
I'll admit I felt a little intimidated too before using them, but they are amazing. I can recommend the Kolinsky Sable too. Toads don't do a 5.0, so it's a Kolinsky that I use at that size and it's good. Yeah, like I remember when I had GW brushes, I had 3 paint brushes. A large flat dry brush, a standard size brush, and a fine detail brush.
What was that? It was a big message.
I was lucky that my dad was into model making and painting when I started as a kid, so he had different brushes, and I never went near the GW brush route.
Who was that?
Archie.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I went straight into the GW brush route. And even down to things like clippers. You just used the GW clippers because it was like they were the right ones almost. I think Archman says, I think the one GW hole I fell into was thinking that I couldn't get green stuff from other places. Took me a couple of years to find out. I could get it in other places.
Getting massive quantities for relatively low costs. Yeah. It's all right, Archman, mate. We all, most of us fell into that trap too.
Well, it was right. For us, it was right up until one guy came into the shop and was like, "Oh yeah, so I'm doing a green stuff order. How many meters of green stuff do you want?" And everybody was like, "You what?" He was like, "Yeah, meters of green stuff."
Read for me, Mr. Stander, I think. Or
Kay says, someone I know is huge into making and painting Gundam kits, and he dropped nearly £100 on a pair of clippers. Sheesh. I do have GW clippers. Can't see the point of £25 for something just to cut. Just to cut figures from the sprue that I'm inevitably going to have to clean lines off anyway. It comes in meters. Yeah. Mark over this.
we didn't know.
Yeah. Nick Bond is back saying evening.
Evening, Mr. Bond. Do you know what that just reminded me of when
What's
Mr. Fairbrother says it comes in meters?
What's that?
A Hobbit saying,
Yeah.
it comes in paints. Do you remember?
Yeah.
I'm getting one. But you just had a whole half.
I don't care, I'm getting yeah, 2 hobbits order a pint. Wow. No, that is how I felt when we got to America and I got a drink from literally anywhere. They hand me a dustbin. Oh right, okay. I'll just drink this then.
Till I die.
I'll just drown in this. Thanks. Time to head for lunch. Have a good rest of the stream, guys. I'll watch the rest back later. One love, all Archnin says.
One love, Archnin. I'll see you Friday or Saturday, bro.
But you says you could probably paint with my cheap makeup brushes, or am I just being biased?
No, we use makeup brushes for dry brushing.
Yeah.
So sorry, I got a little bit. I'm not finished with the yellow, but I got distracted by this bit of black and then I started painting something that's not there. So just to try and add in a bit of detail that isn't there on this.
Creating some detail.
Yeah. Okay, and now this went over. carrying on with the yellow. A little bit more of that one.
See, I thought you'd do the visor like you did the dial cover visors.
I know what you mean. Maybe I should. Do you know what, the visor might look great in the blue, you know?
I think it would.
Do you know what, I think you're right. Alex just had a really good idea. It's also going to save me a massive headache of trying to make that work. So thanks, Al.
No worries. It's sometimes it's a candy cane, sometimes it's a visor, right?
Yeah, sometimes it's just a little spark of an idea.
Maybe putting defender wings on an alpha spray.
So I think what I'll do is I'll start at this neat blue with these. Yeah, let's change them. Alex is right. This is going to be like a silvery antenna and a little like grey silver strap. Just so you all know. So there'll be some other detail around her face.
Nick said even a broken clock is right twice a day.
This is true, Nick. Yeah, you're right, putting that blue there. That just made it very manga as well. So right then what I can do is I can match some highlights on the glasses to the yellow above it.
Yeah.
Let's just let that coat dry. And then I'll carry on with the yellow. So, pure flash skits. I'm just going to put the smallest touch of orange back in there.
I think the blue visor helps link the blue wings to the main body of the figure. The standard says.
Yeah. Yeah. What I was going to do is I was going to link the yellow, because the yellow would have been over it as well. But yeah, I kind of like the blue with it.
To me, it seemed more cartoony to be blue than yellow.
Captain Rex, thank you. Thank you so much. So, can you see let's get that. You can see the colour jump there, right, with this yellow. It's just really light, which is good. So now this is definitely being used more as an edge. And we will go up lighter than this, but this is good. It's what you want with this. There'll probably be a white-yellow mix coming up, and then like much more white than yellow, and that'll be it. In fact, let's do a little close-up. Let's have a little show 'em. Let's have a look what it looks like under there. Colours are off, Al. Do you not think, on this camera?
Yeah, it might be. sometimes the colours change slightly due to
Colours
being
are
close.
definitely off on this.
Yeah, it's not as
It's not as vibrant
no.
as the real colours. Okay, let me go back to split. And I know you can't play with that while I'm not under there, right?
Yeah, 1 second. There you go.
Okay. Right, we'll carry on this. I'll just adjust some focus points on this a little bit later, just to kind of show you this, the colour change, a little bit more up close. I don't know why that camera's been giving us so much grief the past few days, past few shows, to get good colour on it. And we had it, do you remember?
Yeah, we did. I'm not quite sure. I will have a look while you're streaming. Let's grab that picture.
Do you want me to put something under it?
Yeah, just, or like, Maul or Hulk just on top of the pot. But while I'm fixing this, I will put on this picture. So this is a picture of the Mandalorian model that Captain Rex has asked, have you seen? And I'm pretty sure you haven't seen it. So, I'll fix this camera.
No, that's really nice. But, you know, always dubious when you see those, you know, like those digital renders like that. Will the model actually be like that? But yeah, it's pretty.
I wonder if they're going to do like a Mando for Legion. Alright, I might have improved the colour slightly.
Want me to try again?
Yeah, why not?
Okay, come on in. Let's have a look. Okay, I'm coming. Damn. I said to... No, it's still gone.
No.
It's not there. The orange is gone.
Okay. Keep working on it.
Okay. Switch me back. Thank you. weird that, and they're literally right next to each other camera wise, so they've got the same light.
And also on similar settings.
Okay, start adding some white.
Ooh, it's very nice.
You are?
Captain Rex has sent a video of another model. It's a Bo-Katan model. Made by the same company.
The one where she's running forward with two guns?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really good.
So now I'm starting to add this white. You've got to be a little bit more. A little bit less, if you know what I mean.
I tried to hire a landscape gardener today, but he can't help. Apparently, as my garden is portrait. Another stunning joke.
The minute you started reading,
Mm-hmm.
it had only one person's surname.
Yeah, I know.
these are the sort of colours that you want sweets to be.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That you kind of want to eat her.
Yeah. Well, like that's this specific art style is the art style that I'd use on ships. Big robot.
What Shep's big robot?
You know, the Infinity one.
Oh, right.
Because that's the art style of the game almost. Lots of like really, really bright energy colours.
Okay, lots more white.
So you're going up all the way to like bright white for the edge.
Oh, well, this is very, very, very bright yellow.
Right.
Or very yellowy white.
Yeah.
It might even go a neat white on a couple of bits.
Madness.
I know. What setting are we on the camera?
For what focus?
5. Are we on 5?
Yeah. No, 7.
We're on 7. Let's go just like to 12 or something.
Okay, cool.
12?
No. 12.
Just so you can start to see what's going on with this yellow. Go even more, go 15.
Well, I'm on 20.
You're on 20?
Yeah, we've gone too far. That's 15.
Yeah, that's good. 15's good, so you can see a little bit more of what's going on with this yellow. You can see what I'm doing now. You see what that does? Where's our focal point?
I got close up.
You think you got close up?
Yeah.
Sounds like fighting talk, Alex.
No, it's a bold statement, but
It's a bold statement. Choose a second.
judging on Wonder Woman.
On Wonder Woman,
Yeah, it looks quite nice colour-wise.
what's scary is I haven't actually painted Wonder Woman.
Not Wonder Woman, you know, the Captain Marvel.
Okay, I was going to say, because if one of them now looks like it's Wonder Woman, you really haven't sorted it.
Yeah, somehow I've made it an entirely different cinematic universe.
Come on then, let's have a look. Ah, you've got some colour back in there, Alex.
Yeah.
What happened?
So it looks like the black background affects the saturation, so I needed to put the saturation up.
So now you guys can see, right? Good, this is better, Alex. See what they're missing, Alex?
I do. That's why I
Right.
fixed it instead of drawing.
So I'd like you to kind of understand what I've been doing as I've been painting it, right? So what I'm looking at. Where are we on that one? That one's right there. Okay, for Alex. Thank you, dude.
No worries.
Makes big difference. So you guys can see a little bit more than there of what's going on. Right, so I'm pretty happy. I'm just going to take some pretty much pure white.
Alex is so good he can make a man look like a woman.
What are we on overhead?
For focus,
Yeah.
12.
Okay.
In fact, we're on 15.
Okay, let's go to 12. Just a bit of a happy medium while I'm painting.
Cool. So on 12.
Okay.
Damn, looks good. Mark Fairbrother says, is this what's taken, or can it be one, like, to put her in my windowsill to scare away future invaders?
Who's this?
B.
Oh, baby. I think we can sort something out. It's because my nickname for B, obviously, is Little Bumblebee. So,
Original.
no, what it's actually is she's a little bear.
Alright.
Because in Holland, it's beer.
Yeah.
Which is little bear or little beer.
What, a little beer like beer to drink?
Yeah,
Or
a little beer like beer to drink,
Yeah.
and a little beer like a little bear.
Yeah. B wants the wasp. Ironic, Mr. Stander says. Recovered. That looks really good. Prefer the yellow rather than the Marvel gold or the MCU version. Yeah.
Are they gold?
So the one from the cinematic universe is a lot. I'll find a picture of it. 1 second.
I thought it was a wasp, and she was black and yellow. That's what colour wasps are, aren't they?
Yeah, but no.
What do you mean, no?
She wasn't that colour in the film. So in the film The Ant-Man and Wasp, she didn't look like that. Find one from the film.
You what?
I'm just finding the one from the film. There. there's like an action figure of it. So she had, it's gold, and she had like a silver face. So it's this dark coloured and then it's gold. Yeah.
It's just stupid, isn't it? It's meant to be a wasp. No wonder they're not making any money over at Disney. That's right, it was that, wasn't it? They don't make enough money.
Yep.
Okay. I think I'm probably about done that with the yellow. He says doing just a little bit more to the yellow. Okay, give us close up, Al.
Cool.
Let's see if that shows up any better now. I've got to take my glasses off, everyone. Ooh. As you can see, like the darkest colour there is that orange where we base started. And so through all that colour, you've got right from that darkest point that goes all the way up to the yellows. And then we're working on those leading edges. Kind of get the idea, because that's kind of how we're looking at her. Okay. Cool. Yellow. What's this? What's this? I see the worldwide conspiracy to what?
I see the worldwide conspiracy to keep Rasta believing wasps are black and yellow is holding up. You wouldn't really believe they are pink anyway.
What time is it?
It is 10-2.
Ah. I haven't got enough time to finish it.
No, you definitely do.
And I really like it as well. I want to do it. I want to finish it as well.
There's no way that is
There's
a
no
15-minute
way.
visor.
What? No. What visor? I ain't started on the black or the red or the silver. Are you highlighting the blacks? Yeah, absolutely. I'm going to highlight the blacks. And I've still got all the like the mouth strap, these parts on the side. I've got the face to actually do because that's just had a base colour, the visor, and yeah, got a highlight onto the black. Absolutely got to highlight the black pups.
Are any of those 9-minute jobs?
None of those are 9-minute jobs, but we're definitely gonna do something for a few more minutes.
We'll randomly paint the dice.
No. Who said that?
Me. I said.
No, that'd take ages. I got to paint each one of those spots and highlight it. And then, what's wrong with you? This is a whole nother show this week, definitely, to get this finished. What I will start doing though is I will get a little bit of this ultramarine blue. That's Friday and Saturday night stream then. No, I reckon I can definitely finish it off in one more stream. Definitely finish it off in one more stream. So let's just get a little bit of this darker blue and we can start putting a little bit of that into these into this visor.
I don't even know if I'm working Friday. I think I'm working Friday late this week. that she's standing on a dice. Always a gamble with wasps. Nearly got killed by a giant hornet.
Who did?
Me. We were in Spain and this giant hornet was harassing us, so we had one of those little electric tennis racket things.
Right.
So I smacked it with a tennis racket.
And then realised it wasn't cut out for the job.
Well, no, the hornet got stuck in the tennis racket, but it wasn't dead because it was a lot bigger than, like tiny little flies that you kill with the electric tennis racket.
Yeah, go on.
So it was still like angrily trying to claw its way out of this tennis racket it was stuck in. So I kept like electrocuting it to try and kill it, and it just kept wriggling non-stop, like trying to kill me. And then all of a sudden it just popped and set fire to the tennis racket. So then I had a flaming tennis racket instead. That wasn't very useful. So even after I killed it, it tried to murder me. Evil things.
I remember uncovering a hornet's nest with my brother when we were doing work in France years ago, repointing these old buildings. That was fun.
Did you run?
Did we run? And they said white men can't run. Oh no, it's jumping it.
Yeah. But you did some jumping too.
We did some jumping too, Al. They're having the argument now.
Was that instead of at 1 o'clock, or is this just like a precursor? Is this our context, previously on next door's argument?
No, but like when they stop the building, the arguing starts.
Yeah.
They've stopped the building.
Very cool.
The arguing started out.
I mean, we're not due any woos for another hour or so.
I heard her doing an early one today. There was like a woohoo at like 10 o'clock, Al.
Jesus.
I don't know what's going on in there at the moment, bro. Like a madhouse. So I'm just playing with the darker blues, adding in some, dark. Just to try and find a nice little look. And then I'll come in with some lighter edges and that, but I like taking it right the way back. Where's that darker colour? I used that. It must have been that one. Let's pinch a bit of that.
Is the argument always, why have you stopped working, you lazy sod? I mean, there's some definite sketchy things going on.
It's normally like, that's not where I asked for it, yeah. Or don't you think it? And then, it all kicks off.
But the funny thing is, the arguments are usually about something like washing wooden sleepers in your garden with a sponge at 10 o'clock at night. In the dark. Or hoovering the garden. As long as they finish making noise by 11, that's fine, otherwise you can make a complaint. Well, see, like, I remember we were always told that any power tools before 8 o'clock and after, before 8 a.m. and after 8 p.m. is not allowed.
Yeah, because you're business.
Yeah.
But residential, they can just be like, screw you, man. It's too early. We can do what we want. Can you hear her?
I can.
She's going at him.
Wonder which one it is.
All of them. She does them as a group. She tells them off.
Mm.
Saves her time.
Night hours are 11 p.m. to 7 a.m. Cool. Technically, you can make a noise complaint at any time if it's deemed to be unreasonable, and it can be acted on. Okay, he says. I think any noise they make is unreasonable.
Just in general.
Yeah, I just think them being there is unreasonable. Take your house and your noise yourselves 6 houses down the street. Could be worse. Our neighbours have a grandfather clock, presumably upstairs. As I can lie in bed and tell what hour it is every hour by counting the chimes. God only knows how loud it is actually in the house. Depends on municipality. But he says.
I don't know if it works like that yet, but I'm sure she knows better than I do.
I mean, yeah, if they really want a war, I'll just stop playing music in the early hours in the morning again.
No, you, because then I'll kill you, Alex. Okay? She will win that war because you'll be dead by me.
The mental images of Rastus stalking the house, muttering, "Where did Alex put my murdering knife?" So, how far are you gonna go on that visor?
Just a little bit more. Why has it gone time?
Yeah, you're 3 minutes over time.
Damn. I'm just going to do a tiny bit more, Alex.
Cool.
Just a little bit. Just a little bit, tiny bit.
I'm just letting you know because like next you're gonna look up and be like, "Damn, it's 1 in the morning and we still streaming. Where is it?"
No, I'm not. I'm not. I just got to do just a little bit more.
Alex, have you seen my murdering knife? Why? No reason. No, he's straighter edge than that. ask him why he wanted his murdering knife, and he wouldn't say no reason. He'd be like, "Because I'm gonna murder you." No, where's my murdering knife?
Now turn around.
Yeah. It's alright. Like, I've already seen how I die. I save a whole bunch of people, a whole lot of grief and murder, and then I just get killed anyway. So, don't put any hope of being a Jedi out of the way.
Well, we always knew you wouldn't be, because just like that there, that greed.
What greed?
That greed of, oh, I want to be a Jedi. That's not the way of a Jedi.
So why would you sign up to be a Jedi?
Huh?
Why would you sign up to be a Jedi? If you don't want to be a Jedi? Just because it's, the fun, cool, hip thing to do, right?
Yeah, basically.
My Black Orcs aren't going to paint themselves. We'll be doing more work on them when you guys are finished tonight.
I'm getting there. I'm nearly done. Call it a night for tonight. Just a little bit more of this. I'm sorry, I'm enjoying it, so you're just going to have to wait. It's tough. Sometimes you get 5 minutes less, sometimes you get 25 minutes more. Alex is like, shh, I want a cigarette.
Yeah, that's exactly what Alex is like.
Oh, guys, if I could get away with smoking on stream,
Yeah.
these streams would go on for days.
Yeah. Good excuse to give up, both of you.
What's it? Who said that?
Captain America.
Oh, man.
I don't even know why you started smoking again. You were doing great.
It's your fault, Alex. It's absolutely 100% your fault.
Why? Because I moved up here and you were like, damn, look at that guy smoking.
Yeah, just stood in my house, stinking it up with all that cigarette smoke.
I never smoked in the house while you weren't smoking. I always stood outside in the rain or in the cold.
Yeah, I could smell it though, and then I felt guilty because you were stirred in the rain and the cold, and I was like, "Come in," and that was it. Then you put that smell back in my house, and I was weak. I'm not gonna lie. I was weak. Okay, that'll do for today. Let's stop her there. Okay. Maybe I should buy a leather jacket as well. Is my leather jacket in the house? I'm not a cliche. So that's what we've done today. Okay. I will be back Friday or Saturday, and we will be doing the dice and the red and the black and the silver and the skin. Okay, and get the base done too. But yeah, I like the little bit darker in the glasses as well, the darker blue. I like that. It makes her look waspy. What are you laughing at, Alexander?
That's a fantastic description.
It's a very waspy looking. Yeah, okay, so there she is. She's cute, huh? Isn't she great?
Yeah, she is very cool.
She's so sweet.
It's a great art style.
So, what did you say?
I said it's a great art style.
I thought you said that's a great arse, though. And I was like, Alex, what the hell? I swear to God. It's a great arse, though. I was like, what? You can't say that.
No.
But yeah,
Didn't say it.
that's not America's ass. Okay, yeah. So okay, I hope you like it. She's certainly, I think, one of the coolest. I wish I'd started painting this. I'll have to highlight that arse now. I know I will. I know I will. I know. It's got to be a subtle blend as well, not to make it look too cushy. I had to highlight the front as well, just so you're saying. You can't, you have to. They're there. Let's not all get, we're all adults. Anyway, I love the black. I love the blue, the yellow. I'm very happy with this so far. I like how it's come out. We shall be doing some more to this on Friday or Saturday, depending. You'll know because there'll be an advert. Check out. It's normally the same day. If you don't see one Friday, it will be Saturday. Okay, guys? And we'll be finishing that off then. I was going to start the clone thing, but we'll leave that till next week now because there's no way this is getting done tonight, obviously. Okay, until then, this was bloody good fun. Thank you very much for all your generosity and your donations tonight. I hope you've enjoyed it. We're kind of getting there with second camera now. We understand what's going on with that colour and the close-up, so a little bit better for you. Love that you refer to her front without actually saying boobs. Thanks, Paul. Because I'm trying to keep it PG-2 and not like...
Rather than PG.
It's very hard saying any words in the world now without someone taking it the wrong way, correct?
Very
So just got to be really careful with how I speak. And you know, the brain-mouth thing with me is not good. So...
Not for me ever. A word's normally a swear word. So I don't say anything.
Okay, another great stream. What you like to say, stay for everyone. Good night, Captain Rex. And yeah, thank you very much, everyone. Just my quick bit of housekeeping at the end. Please push the notifications button if you haven't. Sub if you can. Facebook, please, so that you get our notifications. That's it, really. Thank you very much for your donations tonight. I will be back Friday or Saturday. Again, about 7 o'clock, doing another instalment, finishing off the Wasp. Until then, thank you for sticking with us. One love. Peace.